Hey everyone, Dan here. Before we get into it, if you enjoy these videos, please hit the like and subscribe button and keep in mind that these are my own thoughts, opinions, and ideas. These are not meant to be, nor should you take them as investment or trading advice in any way, shape, or form. Do your own due diligence, put in the work for yourself, and make your decisions based on that. Enjoy. All right, folks, here we are after market close on Monday, September 11th. We're going to take a look at ACB. Aurora Cannabis today. So ACB up over 72% today and finished the day very strong, which we will see in more depth when we flip over to the Think or Swim study to take a look at that setup. Now here we have a fresh, clean chart. So I wanted to put in some support and resistance levels, put some levels in up above $1 and then down maybe to about, 65, 70 cents, something like that. So we'll have sort of that range, and if it breaks that range and it's of interest, we can come back and take another look. So nice thing is we have all of this previous price action to work from. So we can see where it was sort of commonly flipping support to resistance and where, what levels in this range mattered last time it passed through here. So that's what I'm going to grab here, and we'll see how gappy it gets. Just a few pennies is a decent percentage difference. So while it can feel like we're putting a bunch of levels almost kind of on top of each other, you do have to realize that when you zoom in to the intraday chart, that it provides, a decent amount of levels, maybe 3 to 6 levels to look at as the day unfolds. That might play really well on, say, like the 10-minute chart or something like that. So that's kind of the reason why it's just going to look messier on the daily than on the intraday. And I'll show you what I mean in a minute. We'll zoom in and we'll sort of unpack how it moved today. So let's get a level in here. And so now, we've surrounded already the levels where it previously, or where it ended today. And now we're going to get through some levels that if it were to sort of pull back, where it may try to catch some support. And of course, we plotted that up to about $1.12, as you see. So we have sort of a path of levels that it could flip from resistance to support if it wants to make a motion up in that direction. All right, so this covers 66 all the way up to 112. Now, if we zoom in today, you can see how this just puts some nice levels. Yep, so we have a little more. So we have 7 levels in here. But today it came in and this is our lowest level. So again, if it comes down, we will just add some levels in either direction. And nice motion here, rejected off of this 81, came down, confirmed support over 73, made another pass at that and was able to break through, tried to grab this 93-ish level, shrugged that off, and then sort of like built a base around here to close out the day, between, well, we just say split the difference about the 86 level. But really strong motion today. Sometimes when we see these big moves up, we see sort of like a sad face kind of take shape as the day goes on. But this, finished the day really strong, sort of basing up here, nearing itself to $1. Not quite able to make it there, but I was really surprised to see how strongly it finished the day. So pretty impressive move there. So as long as the, good bullish catalysts keep coming, be they regulatory or otherwise, maybe there's some more oomph to be had. So this is the daily as I see it, and then we will go ahead and take a look at the Think or Swim study. So just keep in mind, this is on the hour, because Think or Swim doesn't do a good job of making visible lower price stocks that have moved sideways for quite some time. In the study, it just compresses it and you can barely make out anything. Now, something interesting that I did note on the hour here was all of this setup from the last couple of trading days with the trigger, lengthy trigger, and then it fired and it started to move up a little bit last trading day, and then it really just exploded. So really nice signal that the TTM squeeze provided there. Now, of course, that's not always the case, right? You see a few triggers here, and then it fired, it didn't really do much of anything. It kind of just stayed in this relatively sideways channel and batted itself above and below. So maybe there was some decent percentage gains and losses during that period, but certainly nothing like this motion that we're seeing today. So what I'm going to be looking for in this hour chart in the coming days is to see when it's going to pull back to the mid-range and test the mid-range of this channel. Now it can spend quite a significant period of time depending on how strong the catalyst is, you know, how memeish it gets, you know, whatever that is. And it can come up and treat the upper bound of the channel, which is right here, as support. Right now, the wave cloud, this bullish wave cloud, is stretched well above the upper bound of the channel. So it's not just the candles that are above the upper bound of the channel, but it's also the wave cloud. And this is what I meant when I said it's finished so strong today. It came and it didn't even have to test the upper bound of the channel, certainly didn't come anywhere near the mid-range of the channel, but it was treating that cloud as support, which is just more often than not a sign of really good strength. So how long it will last, I don't know, of course, and where this mid-range of the channel will be situated by the time it does come to test it, I don't know. If it's several days from now, it could be quite a bit higher than it is. You know, if something happens and it happens to like drop pretty hard pretty quickly, then it may be relatively close to where it is now, but you know, we'll just have to keep an eye on it. But you know, this is a really strong motion today, in my opinion, riding that wave as support and not needing to retest anything having to do with the channel itself. All right, folks, I hope your trading week got off to a good start today, and as always, I appreciate you watching, and I will see you in the next video.